and then like take over the main part if you want, and I'll just do whatever. I'll just chime in here and there. It's
Okay.
up to you though.
All right. Well, the game's going, so I'll go
All right.
ahead and. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the delay. Welcome to the first game of the weekend for the UFL. Arguably one of the most anticipated games of the weekend, featuring the Titans against the Raiders. My name is Darian Humphreys, and with me I've got El Jefe himself.
Hello.
And the game is already in progress with 8:32 in the first quarter. The Titans have received the kickoff. They are lining up currently in the shotgun 2 formation, led by Troy Briere, who rolls out to his left. Scrambles rolls out to his right. He's got Billy and Jace in pursuit. He's got some good protection back there, looking for a receiver. Looks like he's going to run. He crosses across the line of scrimmage, runs across the 40, makes some moves, still on his feet, and is finally brought down at the 38-yard line by Billy. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 on the Titans 38. And as always, ladies and gentlemen that are here in attendance, we welcome you tonight. And we do ask that those of you that are here on the field today, if you could stand a good distance back away from the hedges. We ask that everybody do this to kind of help with the lag so that the players have the best experience possible. So on 1st and 10, Troy hands off to Ryden, who takes it off tackle to the right, picks up 8 yards, bringing up 2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Starting lineup for the Titans, we've got Troy at quarterback with Ryden and Pitt at running backs. We've got Enric, Scooter, and Rayon on the line. Troy handing off to Pitt.
Titans' offensive line is absolutely dominating the Raiders' defensive line right now.
Yeah, the Titans.
They are getting, like, the Titans or the Raiders are getting absolutely no push, and that's literally the cause of why they're getting run on so hard right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The Titans offensive line just able to really control the rush. But as we
Not
speak,
there.
Area comes in off the left side, sacking Troy for a 2-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 12.
It's a good solo play because actually her DE there was actually blocked as well, so that was literally a one-on-one situation.
Downset hike.
Yeah, she was just able to get back there real quick and catch Troy off guard there. Troy show and run, hangs back, finally crosses the line of scrimmage, so makes some moves, goes to the outside, and is just shy of the first down, brought down by Diego after a 12-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd and inches from the 11-yard line.
Can't give up that extra yardage there. He's got to make that sure tackle or at least force Troy back inside, but he stepped up too much, got himself blocked, and Troy just walked right around the edge for like 5 more yards. It was killer.
Yeah, Troy is one of those very versatile quarterbacks there, and you know the defense there. Oh, barely gets it. Troy coming across the line of scrimmage and brought down by Drab, but not before picking up the first down. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The defense for the Raiders, they're really going to have to be disciplined, stay in their coverage zones, not give Troy too much room because he'll burn you either way. He'll burn you in the passing game, or he'll burn you on his feet if you give him too much room.
Yeah, absolutely. Good
Troy
penetration
scrambling
there,
to his
but
right. Moves back to his left. He's got some room and walks in for the easy touchdown there, untouched for the 10-yard touchdown run, and that is going to put the Titans up ahead early in this game. Pending the extra point here, it's going to be 7-0, barring any shenanigans by the field.
Yeah, 2 D linemen there just should have kind of worked together to sort of choke Troy off. That's, you know, when you have those kind of quarterbacks that really I mean, anybody that can run, you can't really take them one-on-one, and SL is just not really a possibility. Like, you don't have closing speed, so if you get beat, you're burned. That's it. It's over. So like you got to work it. You got to work, you know, work together in tandem there as a 2-person unit to take him down. And they both just went straight for the tackle, and he just made them look foolish and went around them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have maintenance come and pick up some ankles there off the field.
Yeah.
So with
Because they both
5:15,
attacked the exact same spot, and he just turned around and ran. It's like,
yeah,
whoa.
absolutely. Yeah, Diego bringing out the kickoff from the end zone, picks up 25 yards. It's going to bring up first down and 10. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. With a quarterback like Troy and even Snipe, who's shown himself to be a capable runner, you got to keep somebody in front of him to contain him. Don't let him beat you outside. Don't be too aggressive. If you're by yourself, just stay in front of him. Wait for somebody to come and help you, because you're right, like you said. Once you're burned, you're gone. That's it.
Yeah.
Then you have to rely on somebody else behind you, and by that time, you've got blocks forming downfield, and your quarterback or your running back is going to have a lot of room to run, and that's what we saw on that touchdown drive there. All right, so we got a dead
false
ball
start, I guess,
penalty.
something like that. But yeah, to touch back on Snipe too, it's gonna be interesting seeing how he adapts, because this is gonna be his first real test, I guess, the quarterback. So it's gonna see how he does with a really good Titans defensive rush, to see if he's gonna be able to establish himself and be able to pass the ball downfield, or if he's gonna end up resorting to just kind of scrambled runs.
Yeah, absolutely right. Snipe showing, scramble to the left, rolls to his right, passes up
It's a
the
good
middle.
toss
He's got a
there.
receiver, and Kazi picks up the 22-yard reception there. Great adjustment by Kazi to come down there with really what was a low pass. She picks up the first down at the Raiders 43. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the offensive line for the Raiders is really going to be tested too as well. You've got Billy, Drad, and Aria up front there. They're going to be tested all night. So as we see, Snipe already under pressure, gets the pass off, but it falls to the turf. Incomplete pass,
Kazi
bringing
just
up
misread
second and
that.
10. Yeah. Raiders lining up in the bunch left. You've got Jace, Kazi, and Michael Slate on the trip side. And Syke and, I'm sorry, who was that? Diego on the opposite side. Ooh. Snipe dropping way back, but is brought down by Enric after a 19-yard loss, bringing up third down and 29. Difficult situation to be in. It's obviously a passing situation. What do you do if you're the Raiders right now,
Hefe? Say Mike Slate get deep. Let me check it up too real quick. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm doing if I'm Snipe. I'm throwing it up to him right now. Just saying, Snipe, Mike, bail me out.
Throws the ball up.
Oh, you missed it.
That was Diego, the intended receiver, who just undercut it, kind of zigged when he should have zagged, and that's going to bring up 4th and 29. Raiders showing that they're going for it on 4th down. So a bold move early here, deep in their own territory. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. Snipe rolling out, scrambling to his left, cuts back to his right. He's got Aria there as a lead blocker. Titans not really pressuring, dropping 7 players back in coverage. Oh! Snipe trying to get the ball off, but is hit at the last moment by Enric, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, giving the Titans dangerous field position, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Yeah, that was a gamble, and if he'd have gotten that pass off and connected, we'd have been saying it was a great gamble, but unfortunately, the Titans taking over a tight end handoff, end around there to Gunny. Picks up 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 7 from the 10. Titans have named Gunny and Gabriel as receivers. The handoff is to Pitt, who rolls around to the right, crosses the line of scrimmage, makes a move, and he's going to walk in for another easy score. Touchdown. 10-yard run play by Pitt Boss. And the Titans are really establishing dominance early in this game, and this next drive here for the Raiders is really going to be crucial. The Titans, one of those teams that, if you give them even an inch, they're going to take full advantage of it. And once they're in control, you know, they slow the pace down, they work the clock. They don't really give you too many opportunities. So, what do you think, Hefe?
Yeah. I was really spaced out there. What did you say?
I said Darian is the best commentator in the UFL, and
Yes.
no, I was just saying that, you know, the Titans are really showing them, you know, have established dominance early, and this drive is going to be crucial for the Raiders because the Titans are one of those teams that once they get ahead of you, they really get methodical. They slow down the pace. They control the ball, so they don't give you too many opportunities once they're in a lead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because they're gonna keep the game slow. They're gonna run down the clock. Generally speaking, they're not gonna just resort to throwing the ball up into the air. They're just gonna continue just slowly moving the ball up the field. It's gonna just destroy the clock. Only 9-minute quarters. Like, yeah, these games are sometimes long. They can kind of go long, but now with the 45-second clock, you're seeing less teams deliberately run the clock down, and more teams just kind of going. And these games are being played relatively cleanly. Actually, a lot of games are going like entirely penalty free, or maybe only one or two a game. So you're seeing really fast games this season. Just kind of goes to speak how I guess across the board, you know, the skill level is definitely increasing because we're having less silly mistakes that we were last season. You know, silly little things to get called.
Sure, absolutely. The Raiders picking up a first down after a great pass by Snipe to Syke Troglodyte, who picked up 11 yards. On the previous play, we saw Snipe scramble up the middle for a 3-yard gain before being brought down by Rayon, bringing up 2nd and 7. Snipe scrambling, dropping back way deep, rolling back to his right, hoping for a receiver to come help. Throws cross field, connects with Jace, who, yes, is going to pick up the first down.
That was a good look.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
It's a hard pass to make. That's the one where coach is gonna say, "Nice pass, don't do it again."
Right. Right. Yeah, those crossfield passes, especially for short yards, are so dangerous, man, because they hang forever. And that was just a great defensive play by Enric, able to get in there and bring Snipe down for a 7-yard loss. Yeah. Crossfield passes, man, they just make you hold your breath. And when there are bullets like that, if somebody steps in front of that, it's a pick six easy. So 2nd and 17. Snipe scrambling around, rolling back to his left. He's got, looks like Rayon and Pitt in pursuit.
Yep, there it is.
Another crossfield pass and is caught by Kazi, who makes a move, picks up the first down. Another one of those heart-stopping crossfield passes. Snipe trying to give me a heart attack early here.
That one was not nearly as bad. He was still on the near side seam, so the angle wasn't nearly as hard to manage as the other, but yeah, still definitely back across the way from where he was running.
Yeah, absolutely. Snipe going to take it out himself. He's going to run straight up the field, get stumbled, and finally brought down by Pitt Doss after a 7-yard pickup. And that is going to be the final play of the first quarter with the Titans up 14, Raiders 0. So a good drive here by the Raiders. You know, they've taken a couple of gambles that have paid off, but they still maintain control of the ball. Snipe doing some kind of move, showing right, now scrambling left. He's got his receiver in the flash there.
She stopped.
Oh!
She stopped her route.
Yeah,
she thought she should never. Receivers, if you're running towards completely open space, there's no reason to just stop. Like in the end zone, sometimes you kind of sit in the little holes, but yeah, you should never stop until you run into the sideline there. That was not good.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 3, Snipe rolling out to his left, showing like he wants to run. Throws the pass up and falls incomplete. Had a couple of receivers in the area.
2 people missed there. Kazi
looks
and
Slate.
Kazi and Syke both missed. Oh no, that was Slate. That's 80, not 0-0.
Bringing up 4th and 3, and the Raiders again going for it on 4th down. This time only 3 yards to pick up the first. Snipe scrambles to his left, back to his right, drops back deep. He's going to his left. He's got a receiver in the flats. It's Kazi again. Picks up the first down and is stumbled. Finally brought down by Team Denver. So pretty much the same route as last play.
Yeah, I just went right back to
stopped
it.
again. Yeah. I don't know if that's by design or
Down,
if
set,
Snipe just
hike.
kind of anticipated at that time, but a great pickup for first down there. Snipe scrambling to his left, has Rayon and Pitt in pursuit. Drops back. Here comes Enric. Gets the pass off, but it is thrown low. Intended receiver looked like it was psych on that play.
It wasn't much to go with there, so a decent little try to kind of get 3 or 4 yards, but if not anything else, then it just falls incomplete. So
Yeah, that
reset and
was
go again.
Down.
yeah,
set,
that was
hike.
probably the best outcome of that particular
Yeah.
play because the coverage was really good.
Yep.
Oh,
Fumble.
fumble!
Picked up by the Titans.
Oh, oh yeah. Gabriel with the fumble recovery on that one. So after an impressive drive by the Raiders, very unfortunate fumble there. The Titans pick up and they're going to take possession on the 9-yard line, lining up in a bunch left formation here. Troy's going to scramble to his left. Feels like he's going to run. He crosses the line, gets stumbled immediately, but is able to get out of it, picks up the first down. He crosses the 25 and is brought down by Snipe after a 17-yard pickup.
Damn. That's rough right there. That line has to get better really fast, or they're just gonna keep running it on them.
Yeah, and after
set,
what
hike.
looked like was going to be an initial great play defensively,
Yep.
Troy able to get out of that stumble and pick up that first. Troy scrambling back to his left. He passes over the middle. It is caught by Gabriel, who picks up the first down, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 37. So the Titans really giving Troy all kinds of time back there to make decisions.
Yep.
So yeah, so like you say, the Raiders are going to have to find some kind of way to get back there and get in his face and disrupt him. You know, he's just too methodical a QB there to give that kind of time to, I think.
Down, set,
Yeah,
hike.
instead of like, it's hard to ask your secondary to cover for more than 4 or 5 seconds, which is easily more than he's getting every play here. So
Yeah,
there we go. There's a good job by their line coming up big. Thought he might get away actually.
yeah, it looked like he was just going to get away, but Drad able to stretch out there and grab him for a sack there, a 1-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 11 from the 35-yard line. So the defense stepping up there, getting a good stop there, and it's a good thing that he did because I didn't really see too many bodies
Down,
in
set,
front
hike.
of Troy beyond that. So great play by Drad. Troy hikes the ball, rolls to his right. He's looking for receivers. He's got Pitt coming back for the assist, who picks up the first down and a little bit more, picking up 13 yards, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 47. So great heads-up play by Pitt boss. He noticed that his QB was in a little bit of trouble, comes on the comeback route, and is able to connect for the first down.
Yeah, you
Down,
said it
set,
too.
hike.
Your quarterback's in trouble. Come right back to him. Help him out. Make it an easier pass. Always a good idea.
Troy
Nice
dancing
movement by
around.
Troy right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. That was honestly a pretty good play by the Raiders line defensively. Troy just beat them.
Yeah. The defense was back there, but you know Troy doing the hokey pokey and turning himself around, able to lead the defense
Down, set, hike.
into those blocks, able letting him get away. Handoff to Pitt, who runs it across the left, gets across the line of scrimmage, and is brought down immediately by Kazi, only picking up 1 yard on the play. You know, I think there's nothing more frustrating, playing that front four on defense than having the other
Down,
team's
set,
QB
hike.
surrounded and just watching him skirt away.
Yeah.
So the handoff is to Ryden, who drops back and passes to a wide open receiver, and it is Gunny, but he catches it out of bounds. Nobody stapled his feet to the ground. So great play, actually. The Raiders really biting in. Gunny was really wide open in that corner. It was just a little bit too high for him to bring it down in bounds. So the Raiders, breathing a sigh of relief on that one.
Down, set, hike.
Troy scrambles, runs to the right. It looks like he's going to cross. He crosses, makes a move to the outside, picks up the
Psych
first down,
again.
crosses the 10, and is going to dance his way right in for the 25-yard
Psych
line.
falls for this. Psych falls for the same false step again, like the same false step to the inside. Psych bites on it, jumps on this little false step. Troy takes it to his outside. It's twice in a row. Got it. Can't give that outside up as the cornerback. You are the last guy out there. You cannot let it get outside of you.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody's going to have to bring up the sweeper. So with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half, the Titans with a commanding lead, leading by 21. The Raiders set to kick off, and, I said it last drive, and I'm definitely going to emphasize it this drive. This is such a vital drive for the Raiders here. They've got to put some points on the board. Diego catches the ball at the 1, brings it across the 25, makes a move, but is brought down right away by Troy Briere, bringing up 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. So Hefe, you're the coach of the Raiders here. What are you telling your team right now?
You have to score. Bottom line, you can't be scoreless this drive. So you go to what's been working, work the underneaths, work the 10 and ends, work the 15 outs, the flags, or just have Snipe run for 30 yards. That too.
Yeah, that works too. Phenomenal run. Snipe was patient in the pocket, saw an opening, came across, ran basically straight up the middle for 24-yard pickup. Finally brought down by Enric. So great run by Snipe.
Nice
He's
move
under
to get back
pressure now,
outside.
though. This play, he's got Enric right on his tail. Gets the pass off.
Good
Gets
vision.
it to Syke, who makes a move. He gets stumbled, still on his feet, but is brought down by Gunny after a 15-yard pickup. Bringing up 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. So we see the Raiders showing signs of life here. Excellent drive they're putting together so far. See if they're able to capitalize on it.
Nice quick pass.
Yeah, wow, I didn't even see that one get off. Great pass up the middle to Syke, who catches the ball and is brought down after 12 yards.
Those timing passes, if you can mix them in every once in a while, they can work. It does work if you do it every once in a while. Just you can't do it every play.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it looks like Snipe was show and run, but he steps back before he crosses.
Oh, into the
He's got a receiver wide open, and it's going to go for the score. Diego.
Nice.
Stepping up and coming down with the touchdown grab. 25-yard reception, putting 6 on the board for the Raiders. So great drive there. Putting 6 on the board, 7 pending the extra point. So exactly what the Raiders needed getting on the board here late in the second quarter.
Down, set, hike.
Kick is up and good. And with 2 minutes 43 seconds left in the half, the Raiders getting on the board, making the score 21 Titans, 7 Raiders. So I had this great comment I was going to say about those timing passes, but Diego messed it up and scored. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, Snipe little shout. He was like, he saw that receiver was so wide open. He jiggled in the. Diego was wide open, man. He really was. That was a good route.
Ryden picking up the short kick is brought down by Kazi after a 20-yard pickup there, bringing 1st and 10 from the 38. Yeah, that's one of those passes where, as a quarterback, you're like, oh my God, is he really open? And you start getting giddy. And then as the receiver, you're like, oh my God, please don't drop this pass.
Yeah.
And off to Ryden, who brings it up the middle, cuts back, picks up 2 yards, and is brought down by Billy Dangles, bringing up 2nd and 8. Titans letting the clock run down. hikes the ball, rolls out to his right, scrambles back to his left. Looks like he's going to run. He crosses the line, makes a move up the middle, stumbled, and is brought down by Snipe after a 5-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd and 3. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Titans lined up in the bunch right. Troy hikes the ball, rolls out to his right. He's immediately got some pressure by Jace.
Wide open down the sideline if
free.
you wanted it. Didn't see it though. It's closed back up now. He's got to come back though.
Got Tamed, who came back on that comeback route, makes a move to the outside. Looks like he was going to try and get out of bounds maybe. Or maybe just try to catch the outside, but he's brought down by Kazi after a 10-yard pickup there.
Troy doesn't usually miss wide open receivers, and Gunny was wide open on a streak up the right sideline.
Yeah, I saw that.
He didn't see it. I got away with one there.
Right, Troy faking run. He's going to bring it around the outside, crosses, picks up the first down. He's still going on his feet. Looked like he had some room, but Snipe able to get there in time. But not after Troy picks up 17 yards. Yeah.
Blocks for days for the Titans.
One of the things I think if you ask people around the league, what do you know the Titans for? They're going to tell you that Titan wall. They're just so good at forming that wall and running down the field.
Yep. Timeout Titans.
This time, Kazi able to get in there to bring down Pitt after a 3-yard gain. But, the Titans, that's one of those things that they just, it's, if a team has a trademark move, I would arguably say that that's it for the Titans, just their ability to form that wall. It's very difficult to get around if you're a defense.
Yeah, absolutely. They load up that box and just come at you. A lot of times there's not a whole lot you're going to do about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think most teams, I think their strategy is just, throw bodies at the wall until they run out of blockers and then hope they can catch the runner. Troy hikes the ball, rolls to his right, passes off shoulder. Great play. Intended receiver was Ryden, just not able to make the adjustment. But that was a great pass, putting it right where Ryden was the only player to have a play on it. He just couldn't make the adjustment in time. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 with 49 seconds left in the half. Titans threatening to score again. If you're the Raiders, this is a critical play here. You gotta stop them from putting any more points on the board going into halftime.
Yeah, you can't let this go back to another three possession game again. Like, it's gonna be another first down at least though. Jeez.
Yeah.
The Titans, I don't even have they had like a negative play beyond. I think they've had 1 sack.
2. They had a 2-yard sack and a 1-yard sack by Drad.
Okay. Oh yeah, 1 by Drad, 1 by R. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The Titans stopping the clock with 37 seconds left. They are inside the red zone. Starting off this play, 1st and 10 from the 16. Troy scrambling around, rolling around to his left, dropping back deep. He's got some pursuit. Gets the pass off. Looks like he's going to settle for throwing that one out of bounds. Good coverage by the secondary for the Raiders there. A good pressure up front, and that's the kind of thing that they're going to need to start doing. Getting some people in Troy's face, forcing them to make those throws like that. But it is going to stop the clock with 25 seconds left, 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Raiders would be thrilled about giving up only a field goal if that is what the Titans end up having to do or choose to do.
Yeah, I think you're right. Troy with a little bit of pressure scrambles back out over to his right. He gets the pass off a wide open receiver, and Tamed is going to bring down the 16-yard touchdown play.
That's one thing we knew Mike Slate was always kind of weak for. When we play with him on the Dolphins, he does sometimes allow people to sneak in behind him. Just sometimes not the most aware of where people might be sometimes, and it came back to bite him right there, wide open in the corner of the end zone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Okay, so yeah, so when we stop talking, we're talking to a ghost here, Tom. You guys can't hear Tom. Um, but yeah, that's one of the things. If you can pull off a crossfield pass, you get the defense leaning heavy one way. Sometimes the secondary they kind of lock on to the quarterback, watching to see what they're going to do, and they're not really looking behind them. And that time, Tame just snuck right behind the secondary there and got wide open for that touchdown play there. So that is going to bring us into halftime. So the Titans going into the half with a dominating lead, 28-7. Before we turn it over to our lovely cheerleading squads, we'd like to take this time to just tell you about some of our sponsors. And first, we'd like to tell you about Blueberry. Blueberry, one of our great sponsors. Sponsors so many things in the league. Blueberry is an original clothing store for women made by a woman with a passion for art. That is Blueberry. We are also sponsored by Simply Epic. Simply Epic is your one-stop shop for all your sports fan gear, be it football, baseball, basketball, or hockey. We have your team. Jerseys, hoodies, gotcha, and more. Don't see your favorite player or college team? Contact Eric Nubalo, and they will get you hooked up in Simply Epic fashion. We're also sponsored by the It Girls and Fellas. It Girls and Fellas need to surprise your friend with a Res Day gift. Need something extra to make your proposal extra special? Or are you opening up your own club or mall? Maybe you just want to entertain and have some fun. If so, then why not hire the It's Girls and Fellas, a professional dance troupe that always has fresh ideas for that perfect moment and regular off-Broadway shows at our beautiful theater in Second Life. Contact Winsong Charming or Carabella Valise for details. We also want to tell you about Glamorous. Glamorous was first established in December of 2013, had its relaunch in April of last year, bringing poses from couples, adult, friends, kids, families, singles, gotchas, props, and much more. That is Glamorous. We also want to tell you about Rain. Rain is the go-to store for a woman with many styles. We have a variety of shoes and accessories to fit any occasion. We strive to make sure that everyone can find something that suits them. That is Rain. B-Fly Tattoos has been creating in Second Life for over 5 years and is well known for their quality of work and customer service. With over 200 tattoos in store for both men and women and custom tattoos made to order, you are sure to find the design that suits your style. All tattoos come with the latest appliers for mesh bodies for both men and women, come in 2 tones, and have a vast range from the very delicate to the over-the-top full-body designs. From abstract or oriental, from old school to new school, or custom made. B-Fly Tattoos have you. And finally, I want to tell you about Fameshed. Fameshed is a monthly event that opens on the first of every month. Each month, we provide top quality original mesh designers to help fill your needs for fashion and home garden designers. We aim to provide the best of the best for the shoppers of Second Life. That is Fameshed. So please take your time and check out all of our sponsors. They're really great. They offer great service and products, and we want to show them our love. So show them your love. So with that, I'm going to turn it over so that you can stop hearing me and watch some real entertainment. So we're going to turn it over to the cheerleading squads. We'll see you after the show.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I went to the moped store. What's uppers? The salesman's like, what up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said,
I got the one for you. Follow me.
ooh, it's too real. Chromed out mirror, I don't need a windshield. Banana seat, I canopy on 2 wheels. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed downtown, cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street like ballet. Pulled up, moped to the valet. White walls on the wheels like mayonnaise. Dope, my crew is ill, and all we need is 2 good wheels. Got gas in the tank, cash in the bank, and a bad little mama with a my face. I'ma lick that, stick that, break her off, kick that, snuck her in backstage. You don't need a wristband. Dope. Killing the game, about to catch a body. Past the heartbeat, Dookie, I'm the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman. Goddamn, man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep a hella 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack in copper Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody, hella raw past the wasabi. I'm so low that my cajones almost dragging on the concrete. My seat is leather, I ride a line, it's pleather. But girl, we can still ride together. You don't need an Uber, you don't need a cab. Forget a bus pass, you got a moped, man. She got 1988 Mariah Carey hair, very rare. Mom jeans on her derriere, throwing up the west side as we tear in the air. Stop by Pike Place, throwing fish to a play.
Downtown, 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 downtown. She has her arms around your waist, with a balance that will keep her safe. Have you ever felt the warm embrace? Of a little stick between your legs? You don't want no beef, boy. No, I run the streets, boy. Better follow me, Troy. What you see is what you get, girl. Don't ever forget, girl. Ain't seen nothing yet until you're downtown.
Fuck the bullet, get off my muck. Stonewall so raw, moped like a bullet. Yeah, you can't catch me, I'm a popo. Can't recommend me. I'm in a B1 stance, I'm not dancing. I got your girl on the back going tandem. Cause I'm too damn quick, I'm too damn slick. Hold downtown yelling out, who that is? It's me, the M, the A, C, the K. Sounding like a French pimp from back in the day. I take her to Ponderay and I watch her skate. I mean water ski, ollie, ollie, oxen free. I'm perusing down forth and they watching me. I do a headstand and eagle lands on my seat. Well, hello, but baby, the kickstand ain't free. Now do you or do you not wanna ride with me? I got one girl, I got 2 wheels. She a big girl, that ain't a big deal. I like a big girl, I like 'em sassy. Going down a back street, listening to Black Street. Running around the whole town. Neighbors yelling at me like you need to slow down. Going 38, Dan, chill yourself out. Mow your damn lawn and sit the hell down. If I only had one helmet, I would give it to you. Give it to you. Cruising down Broadway, girl, what a wonderful view. Wonderful view. There's layers to this ish player. Tiramisu, tiramisu. Let my coattail drag, but I ain't tiramisu. Tiramisu.
Downtown, 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 downtown. She has her arms around your waist, with a balance that will keep her safe. Have you ever felt the warm embrace of a little stick between your legs? You don't want no beef, boy. No, I run the streets, boy. Better follow me, Troy. What you see is what you get, girl. Don't ever forget, girl. Ain't seen nothing yet until you're downtown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
My girls got mean struts. Stay ready for the close up. My girls be clean and what? We put that best up. They can't believe it. Secretly trying to be bright, shiny and policy. Slow cruising the VIP. Step game 4 inches or higher. Sashay this away inspire. Strap means no clean, you retire. Oh well, new haters for hire. With that life on the dance floor beat. Let me get a little bass in me. Let it flow through my whole body. Doing things they ain't never seen. You slow, cut it close to the wire. Nap game, cause your crew looks tired. We the ones everybody admire. You the ones, better luck next time. My girls got mean struts. Stay ready for the close up. My girls be clean and what? We put that best up. They can't believe it. Secretly trying to be us in the stage. They can't beat us. They know we put that best up. We got them fiending. They thirsty like they need us. We so dope and we cleaning. They know we put that best up. All the lights stay close on me. Paparazzi, snap, snap, cheese. I could send you a copy of these, cause I don't think they really gon' photograph me. What's up to my boys from the valley? Pull up, top down, that's my way. Throw it up to the sky, cause we outta here. Still in line, y'all can't even get in there. So what's next for these SSCs? Chromed out candy paint, sea breeze. Don't even look at it, it's way too clean. We rolling out, watch them best ups leave. Got a lot of girl power in my cup. Living life one take uncut. You might get it one day, somewhat, but for now we putting nothing but the best up. They can't believe it. Secretly trying to be us in the stage. They can't beat us. They know we put that best up. We got them fiending. They thirsty like they need us. We so dope and we cleaning. They know we put that best up. They can't believe it. Secretly trying to be us in the stage. They can't beat us. They know we put that best up. We got them fiending. They thirsty like they need us. We so dope and we cleaning. They know we put that best up. My girls got mean struts. Stay ready for the close up. My girls be clean and what? Now we putting nothing but the best up.
All right, and we are back. Great performances. Sorry, had to turn some off there. Great performances by the Titan Angels and the Raider Dolls. I almost called them the Panther Dolls. Oh boy.
Well,
All right, so as we get set to begin the second half, the score is 28-7 with the Titans in the lead. They will be kicking off to the Raiders going into the third quarter, and I'm already being admonished. So, Hefe, thoughts on the first half? What are your impressions so far?
this is the same outcome I expected, but not nearly as bad. I thought it would still be closer. I thought that the Raiders defensively would be able to put up more takeaways and put up more of a fight for the Titans offense, but they've just absolutely run straight down the field every time they've had the ball. So
Yeah, I think if you're the Raiders, I think, one of the things that you really need to talk about or should have talked about in the locker room is, what adjustments are you going to make to slow down the Titans offense?
yeah, you've got
you
to
know,
get pressure on Troy. Like you can't just let him walk around in circles back there.
Absolutely. The Raiders, offensively, they've been able to move the ball, when they've had it. They only had a couple of possessions in that first half. And on this play, we see Snipe
Snipe's
drop
got to get rid of the
down.
ball or take a shot downfield. Do something with it. Don't take a sack.
Yeah.
At some point, you just got to get rid of the ball. Just say, okay, you know what? This play's done. Get rid of it and reset. So
Yeah, absolutely. I
that
mean,
timer's
the
got
longer
to
you
hit
hold
for
on to it,
him.
yeah, the longer you hold on to it, the greater the chance of
Oh,
somebody
good look
coming in and
there.
getting you. He's got to pass up the middle. Brought down by Michael Slate, who's still on his feet, makes a move to the outside, cuts back inside, is stumbled.
Loses about 7 yards while he's at it.
And was brought down by somebody. Even the field is confused right now. Okay, so it was Gunny who was with the tackle there. But a great pickup of 27 yards on a play. First time we've called Slate's name tonight, or second time we've called it tonight. So great connection between Snipe and Slate there. Pass up the middle, but is jumped by Ray Robert, who read that all the way. Not sure who the intended receiver was. I believe it might have been Syke. But Ray Robert just Ray Robert just read that all the way.
Yeah, sometimes it's fine. Sometimes you have an inexperienced quarterback and they'll misread something like that where they want something to be there because nothing is actually there. So I think that's what Syke, he was wanting something to be there and kind of willed it to be there when he threw it there, but there just simply wasn't anything there. I mean, Ray was playing over the top of that the whole way. He should have just gotten rid of the ball again a second time there that particular drive. He's just got to get rid of the ball, but he'll learn. He's still really new to quarterbacking, so he'll get it.
Yeah. So Troy picks up 2 yards on that last play brought down by Drab, bringing up second and 8. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I think one of the things right now too is if you're the Raiders, you've got to be dealing with some level of frustration right now, and sometimes that translates into wanting to make plays happen when they're not really there, and I think that might be what we saw on that play.
You gotta keep it together, keep your composure.
Yep, absolutely. Pass was to Pit Boss, who was brought down by Syke after an 11-yard pickup, bringing 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. So just like we saw in the first half, the Titans very methodically moving the ball up the field at will, basically. Troy brings it out, crosses the line, he makes a move to the inside, picks up 5 yards, but is brought down by Snipe.
Still too many yards.
Yeah, he was surrounded pretty good there. He just made that cut to the inside. Gotta lay some leather on that guy.
The DEs are not doing a very good job on playing backside cut. Like they're getting over aggressive and they're trying to jump for those tackles. I called it out earlier in the game, and it's happened a couple times after that. And they've really got to do a better job of staying at home and sealing off the backside if they're the last one there.
Absolutely. Detroit scrambles to the right, shows run. He crosses the line, gets the first down, makes a move to the outside, stumbled, and is brought down by Billy Dangles after 7-yard pickup. And after you mentioned that, you started talking about the backside there. One thing I noticed, the Raiders look like they're dropping their weak side OLB back, and I can understand that. A lot of times teams like the Titans will exploit those passes up the middle there because usually they're open when you run a 4-3 defense. But at the same time, you got to weigh that against protecting that backside against the cut against a running quarterback like Troy there. So they might need to consider bringing that additional pressure in. Okay, word on the field, it looks like there is a player crashing potentially on the Titans. So timeout is.
I'll put the time back on the clock. Sorry about
Raiders
that.
player? Okay. The timeout was called by the Raiders. Comment. Yeah, I got some of that. Putting thoughts in my head there, Tom.
I'm just gonna stick to what I know over here.
Go with what you know. So one of the things, taking it off of alcohol here for a moment, one of the things that we didn't really get a chance to talk about was the importance of this game, the implications that it has over in the AFC standings. The Titans sitting alone on top of that division, undefeated at 6-0. The Raiders right behind them with up till now is just a single loss earlier in the season versus the Mustangs. So, a big game for both of these teams, with potential playoff ramifications down the line. I think we see, and you guys can jump in and tell me yes or shut up, but wow, somebody stepped on a mouse. But I think what we're seeing here, I think we're seeing, this is a kind of a big game scenario, even this early in the season. And I think the Titans, with the experience, as a squad, they've been in this position so many times. I think you're kind of seeing that composure playing a definite role in how these teams are performing. Hefe, what do you think?
Here. Okay.
Well,
Grab,
here's
take your
here's
hand
kind of
off.
how I see it. And you almost said it earlier, and you almost said
Is the
Panthers
Walk over
Dolls.
to the
ball in play,
speaker.
or
Despite that,
because
this is
like I can get
this is
reset
still that's still something that's
That's
attributed to
no,
this
no
team.
problem.
That
Fine,
this
I'll
team
wait.
still has
The ball's in play. Just
the
ignore the play clock.
attributions everybody gives them, that this is the team, the Panthers from last season, or that the Raiders, that this is the Raiders from 2 seasons ago. This isn't either of those teams. This is a
Right.
completely
Said
different
hike.
team from either of those. So like
Absolutely.
people hyping their season up, like a lot of time is from the outside looking in. The whole time I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't really see that. I see a team of a lot of people that are just kind of there because that was kind of where they landed, not really wanting, like, not to say anything that they're not enjoying the game anymore, but that's just kind of where they all kind of landed. And but like Snipe playing quarterback, that just kind of happened, like Kazi playing cornerback, and just kind of happened. Like, so a lot of these players are just kind of there because that's where they needed to be placed, not necessarily in their best positions. So a lot of skill on the team. Just might question a lot of where some of that skill is, but at the same time, it's kind of like due to, like I said, due to necessity more than anything.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the big turnover, while we were talking about that, Troy handed off to Ryden, who fumbled the ball. The Raiders able to pick up the loose ball, Snipe coming down with the fumble. So a huge turnover by the Titans, and that's exactly what the Raiders needed right now. So we'll see if they're able to capitalize on it.
Oh no, miscommunication that almost netted an interception.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Jace was the intended receiver on that one, but
Yeah,
Ray Robert right there.
Yeah, I think he wanted Jace to keep coming, and Jace cut back to the outside. Rightfully, as we saw that there was a defender cutting down on the route, but just kind of a miscommunication on what they wanted there.
Oh, overthrown, and unfortunately, the Raiders turning it right back over. Ray Robert with his second interception of the night. He had a receiver in the area. It was just a little bit too overthrown, and Ray Robert was able to bring it down. So unfortunately, another turnover this time from the Raiders to the Titans, giving the Titans a dangerous field position, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of panic there. I think Snipe saw that he was about to have that open there, but because of the pressure that he's been getting all night and the pressure on that play, like, he did have somebody right there. He kind of just threw it a little bit faster than he really wanted to. And unfortunately, that's just going to give up an interception almost every time. When you miss high, you'll hear him talking about missing high in NFL games all the time. You miss high, you can't miss high because that's asking to be picked off.
Absolutely. On the last play there, Troy keeping the ball, picking up 11 yards, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 21. Troy scrambles left, moves back right, cuts back left, cuts back right. Got plenty of protection, plenty of time. Showing run. He passes it up the middle to Gabriel, who was wide open right up the middle on that comeback. And he's able to walk it in.
It's too much
Yeah.
time. That's too much time to ask your secondary to hold. Like you've got to get some pressure there.
Yeah, Troy just having just a lot of time. The receivers able to adjust and get open. This time Gabriel with the touchdown, and the Titans showing 2-point conversion. Looks like they're going to get it. The field glitching out a little bit since he was tackled in the end zone, but that usually indicates that the play is successful.
No, that was just the touchdown, wasn't it? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
was
that was
it?
just the touchdown. Yeah, they didn't score.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me talk about that great touchdown
Well,
by Gabriel.
well, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything because I thought maybe I missed something again. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks. Just leave me out to dry there. But great touchdown run there. All right, so
I was like, I
with
totally could have missed something.
2 minutes 56 seconds left in the third quarter, the Titans going up 35 to the Raiders 7. Yes, and I'm getting lots of IMs from my fans reminding me how much of a fail that was. Thanks, I appreciate it, cold weather fans. So great reception by Gabriel to put them in scoring position, and the great follow-up play by Trey to run it into the touchdown there.
Yeah, and that just kind of shows kind of this more like the story of the game because like he just snapped the ball, went right behind the line up the middle. There you go, easy touchdown. Like no problem whatsoever, no second thought about it. That's a problem if you're the Raiders defense.
Yep. So Diego receiving the kickoff, bringing it up 28 yards, bringing up 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 31-yard line. So a very, very big hole to overcome here by the Raiders. We'll see what they're able to come up with on this drive. Snipe scrambling to his right, passes to the outside, is caught by Kazi, who picks up the catch and steps immediately out of bounds after an 11-yard pickup.
Good little hour out, but you've really got to start getting vertical. You got to start scoring like now if you really want to have an actual shot at this game at all.
Absolutely. Pass up the middle to Syke, who is brought down immediately by Troy after the 11-yard pickup, bringing up 1st and 10. So again, just like in the last drive, the Raiders able to move the ball really well. Their last drive, of course, unfortunately ending with an interception.
And then like the fumble,
sorry.
the fumble before the one before that was a fumble, and it's just like they were really driving, and you know that could have been, they really could have kept this really close, and then a fumble happens, and then their defense crumbles. It's just kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that can knock just knock the wind right out of a team.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate.
Because it was a close game up to that point. Like it was a very close game. Titans really kind of taking control after that.
Scrambling passes to the outside. It is picked up by Kazi, who's brought down immediately by Ray Robert. That was a dangerous pass. Ray Robert right there could have made a play on it, but Kazi able to step just in front of him, bringing up 3rd and 8. That's going to be a 2-yard reception there. Snipes hikes the ball, scrambles left, rolls back right, dancing around. He's looking like he's trying to run. He's going to scramble back over to his right. He's under a lot of pressure. Gets the pass off, but it's going to be low and bounce off the turf there. Diego, the intended receiver on that play. That's going to bring up. Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th and 8 from the 46-yard line. The Raiders are electing to go for it, which I think at this point you have to. Snipe starts off left, scrambles back over to his right. He's dancing around.
Dangerous pass, but it went through.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a no call there. Looks like one of the receivers was moving. Wait. Okay. Well, it's a great reception by Snipe there. They actually pick up the first down. I mean, by Syke there to pick up the first down. Tom throwing me off. I was waiting for them to see if they were going to call a
nice take.
False start there. Snipe keeping the ball, makes a good move, picks up 8 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2 from the 26-yard line. So after the big 4th down conversion, the Raiders still able to keep that momentum and move the ball forward. Snipe scrambles to his left. He's under pressure by Enric, throws across the middle, and very, very close to being intercepted by Ray Robert on that one.
He's flirting with that line right now on interception lines. He's out there just chucking it right now. He needs to kind of settle down and remember he needs to throw to open space.
Up, quick pass to the lineman.
Yeah, it's
Snipe going for that quick pass, but Drad stepping up, and that's going to be a penalty on the play there.
Titans.
It's a dead ball penalty. It's not declinable, is it?
Ineligible receiver is not a dead ball. Yeah.
All right, so that is going to set the Raiders back there.
That's what happened, right?
Yeah, I was just saying because she called it dead ball.
Ball is put back into play. Oh, okay. All right, so the penalty is declined.
Down, set.
You get a tackle for loss anyway. Forget it. Whatever. Take it.
Yeah. Wasn't aware that was declinable, but learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's not a dead ball, so.
That's true. All right. Well, unfortunately, the decline call pays off in dividends for the Titans as Snipe is sacked for a big 22-yard loss, and that's going to result in a turnover on downs, giving the Titans the ball on the 47-yard line.
Excuse me, it's another case of where he's just gotta. I know it's 4th down. You don't want to give up on the play, but at some point when you're about to get sacked, you got to just give up on the play and either just chuck it up, just chuck it up somewhere. Give somebody a shot at it, because otherwise now you've got a flipped field already and a broken defense.
Yeah, and ball's going to be thrown out. Yeah, it looked like they had Pasta.
He was just running. Pasta was just kind of running around on the backfield. They're just not gonna. Okay, just go.
Yeah, it looked like Troy threw the ball out of bounds, but doesn't look like there's gonna be a call on the play. So that's gonna bring up 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. We've got Al Panuka, Dwayne Viper, and Pasta at the receiver positions now. Gunny is given the handoff. He crosses the line of scrimmage, gets a yard or two, and is brought down immediately by Snipe. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from the 45-yard line. So the Titans changing personnel a little bit, giving some other players a chance at some experience. And why not? I mean, you've got a very comfortable lead right now. They can afford to make those kind of decisions. Roy hikes the ball. He scrambles right. He's got pressure. He throws it, and it's going to be intercepted by Snipe.
Nice read by Snipe there.
Yeah, that ball was just kind of looped up in the middle there, and Snipe was able to step in front of it. Looks like Gunny was the intended receiver who eventually brings him down after he picks up 6 yards off of the interception. So the Raiders taking over on the 41-yard line. Snipe hikes the ball. He scrambles right. He throws it up the middle. Just thrown outside of his intended receiver. Looks like it was Syke on the play. Second and 10 on the 41-yard line.
Down, set.
Snipe hikes the ball, starts off right, rolls back left, goes back right, goes back left. I'm just going to quit calling it. He's running. He dances around. I can't keep up. He's running. He's still running. He gets the pass off crossfield. And interception. And look at him go. Nobody's going to get in front of Gunny on that one. He's going to take it to the house. Pick 6, 41-yard interception for a touchdown. And this game has officially gotten out of hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that receiver was over there, but he just, or she, whomever it was, I don't know. They just misread it. Snipe put it up over the top, and they should have just kept going. Because it was a good ball, but they stopped and came back. Thought it was going to be short, and that's all it was. Easy catch, and there's absolutely nobody left when you throw a pick on the backside like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did say that earlier. So with 7 minutes 50 seconds left in the game after the pick six by Gunny, the Titans go up 42 to the Raiders 7. Raiders set to receive the kickoff.
Down. Set. High.
Ball kicked to the right. Diego with the reception brings it out across the 20 to the 25, makes a move to the inside, across the 30, tries to make a move to the outside, gets stumbled, and it's brought down at the 31 by Gunny. So that is going to give the Raiders first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Pretty good field position to start from.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if the Raiders can capitalize off it. Snipe rolling out to the right, moving back to the left. He's running, looking to pass, and is hit from behind by Enric, who has just been all over Snipe this game.
Everybody's
I believe
covered.
that is his.
There's
Yeah, I believe that is.
There's no receivers in the middle of the field. Like on that last play, there was nobody in the middle of the field. There was like they had bubbled out right into a bubble of Titan receivers. So like you guys got to kind of work the middle too. It's kind of funny to watch. See if they do it again. Like here, all on the perimeter. Look.
Had a receiver coming up the middle. Looked like it was Syke trying to come in the middle. Snipe trying to hit him with the cross pass. It was just a little bit low and outside there.
Yeah, Titans are just covering it all up.
Down. Set.
Not a whole lot to do with the ball right now.
Snipe hikes the ball. He's rolling out to his left. He's got a receiver, passes, but it falls harmlessly off the turf. Looks like Michael Slate might have been the intended receiver on that play. So that's going to bring up 4th and 14 from the 27-yard line. The Raiders are, of course, going for it at this point. We'll see if they're able to convert on another 4th down.
Down. Set.
Titans looking like they might bring some pressure. They actually don't. They drop all but 2 back into coverage. Snipe passes the ball across the middle, but it's overthrown, and that is going to be another turnover. Looks like, again, Syke was the intended receiver up the middle there. Just not able to connect, and that is going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Titans, who are going to take over on possession here. Titans lining up in the shotgun 2R. Raiders staying with the 4-3 defense. The handoff is to Gunny, who rolls off to his right, is stumbled and brought down immediately by Jace, who read that play very well. Actually, a bit of a gamble there. Gunny is one of those backs who can throw. I think we actually saw him throw a pass earlier in the game. But Jace making the great play coming around on the outside and hitting for a loss there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 13.
Down. Set. High.
From the 31-yard line. Troy hikes the ball. He rolls to his right. He's got Drad and area in pursuit. Cuts back to the left. Jace moving up. Drops back deep. He's still got some pressure. Throws up the ball, and it is caught by Gunny.
Yeah,
Who came back to help his receiver there. Help his QB back.
It's just another case of like, there's not enough in Troy's face at a time. It's always just like one person at a time. Like they've got to do better working together. Like I said this before, like with the Mustangs game, like you've got to work together as a defensive line. Like as 4, you have to slowly suffocate a good runner or good, good quarterback that's good at moving. You can't just try to take them on one at a time, and one at a time they're just getting blocked and then blocked, and then he just gets loose. He finds that one little opening and then exploits it.
Yeah. Right. Troy started off to his left, rolls back to his right, looking for receivers, dropping back pretty deep, lets the ball up. Interception.
That was a good read. Another good read by Snipe.
Yeah, and again, Snipe making the great read and jumps the route there and comes on with his second interception of the game, bringing up another Raiders or another Titans turnover. So the Raiders are going to take over on their 20.
Down.
So,
Set.
some positive notes here for the Raiders. Not, everything really hasn't gone their way today, but they've had some great plays, just not enough of them to really keep up with this potent Titans offense. Ball is thrown cross field, falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Down. Set.
Snipe scrambling, rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver. Has a receiver open. He throws it up the middle
That was a good
into
little spot.
traffic. Yeah, that was a good pass. Threw it into
Yeah, there was
traffic
2 or
there.
3 there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, one of y'all get it.
Here, fetch. Yeah, definitely. Kazi able to come down with that. Great reception there by her, picking up 16 yards and the first down. Snipe showing run. He pulls back, scrambles around, and is brought down again by Enric. Enric is attached at the hip to Snipe tonight.
Yeah, he's just coming right up the middle. I mean, he's just bull rushing literally straight up the middle, and Jad, unfortunately for the Raiders, has been unable to stop it at all up to this point.
Yep. So 2nd and 20 for the Raiders.
Billy had to drop back
under
from
pressure.
the guard position there to pick it up.
Passes up the middle down the hash line, falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 20 for the Raiders.
Anytime you're having to ask your guard to come back down and help out that block on the DE or anything on the backside, that's really bad because you're just leaving a wide open free rusher from the strong side of the field. And no quarterback ever wants to deal with that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm scrambling, Pitt in pursuit. Good pickup block by Billy there. Pass up the
he
middle.
took a minute to throw it. And Slate got confused.
And again, ball is thrown short, falls incomplete. So 4th and 20 for the Raiders with 3 minutes 48 seconds left in the game. All right, rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver. Doesn't see anybody. Rolls back to his left. The Titans dropping everybody back into coverage. And yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah.
And I know I know you've got to get vertical, and I know you're trying to score touchdowns, but I mean, you're realistically not coming back in this game. Like, let's be honest. So kind of just work your offense and just, get something to build on. Don't just start degrading to 5 streaks.
Yeah.
That's doing no good.
Set hike.
Yeah. So the Titans taking over off of the interception by Ray Robert, his 3rd of the night. Troy crossing the line of scrimmage, scrambling, makes a move to the outside. Snipe not going for it, gets a hand on him, and finally brings him down after a pickup of 7, bringing up 2nd and 3 from the 24 with 3:12 left in the game. He was going for it, but Snipe played it pretty smart there. He didn't completely fall for that juke there and was able to get the stumble and then clean up the tackle there. So it looks like the Titans are content to let the game clock run down a little bit. Troy hikes the ball, reverses his field, got a lot of room, picks up the first down, makes a move to the inside, gets stumbled, and eventually brought down by Diego, but not after the 11-yard pickup, bringing up another 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 14-yard line. And the Titans in no hurry to get on the ball right now. Looks like they're going to let the game clock run down to the 2-minute warning. Or not. The play clock was paused. All right.
I normally have stream chat open and I don't at the moment. I feel like I'm a failure. I should do that right now though.
All right. Any idea what they're reviewing, Tom? Yeah. Uh-oh. Did we have a ref crash or something by chance? No. Okay. The man, the legend.
Bob's the dude. You know, Bob is the dude, and that is one thing that we know about Mr. Bob White is that he is a legend. And I wish he would sing more often for us.
Loved by all, that Bob.
Okay, Titans, that's going to be an illegal O-line because you
All
didn't
right, so I
tell
don't
us that
think I'm really going
you had
out
an
on a
O-line
limb
change,
to say
so
that
we're
the
gonna bring it back
Titans are going
forward.
to. Ah. And there you have it. Well, who do they replace? They put Dakota on the line there.
Line change.
All right, so we've got that cleared up. The Titans failing to declare a line change, bringing in Dakota for personnel change. So that's going to back the ball up, and it's going to bring up first and what, 15? All right. All right. Troy's scrambling around, showing left, goes back to the right. Going to make a move. He's going to zigzag. He's got some blocks. He's able to pick up a big chunk of that penalty and more, picking up 13 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. And that play may actually take us into the 2-minute warning. We'll see if the Titans select to hike the ball or just wait. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the ball, something happened to it. I don't see a possession circle anywhere. Okay, yeah, see, Pitt got the handoff. I guess it was just my screen. I didn't see the possession circle at all. Okay. All right, so that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Titans, with 1 minute 35 seconds left to go in the game. I don't think I'm going out on a limb to say that the Titans are going to pick up their 7th win and remain undefeated this season.
Yep.
Troy trying to run the ball up the middle, but he's stopped by Michael Slate after a 1-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to wind down. 1 minute 5 seconds left to go in the game. Titans not really in any hurry to hike the ball right now. They're gonna let some time run off. Ball is hiked. Troy shows running to the right. Passes off to the left. And Pitt catches the ball, but is brought down immediately by Syke for no gain on the play. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 3 with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So time for 1, maybe 2 more plays by the Titans before we see the end of the game. Ball is hiked. Troy shows running to the left, reels back to the right. He passes, but it is intercepted by Syke in the end zone. Read that ball all the way. Able to get out in front of that receiver. So a turnover with 20 seconds left to go in the game. The Raiders are going to take over from their 20-yard line. Okay. Yeah, it was close.
Diego?
From where I was, it looked like he caught it right there on the line, but I didn't have the best angle on it,
Where's
so
he
we'll
at?
see what the
Diego, you are
referees
not a
say.
captain. Do not. I am
Lots
a
of calls
referee,
for
and
the
tell them
hook
how
and
to do their
ladder
job
play
and how
there. We
not
may
to do
see
their job. We
the
are doing
Miracle
our
of Music
jobs. If it
City
does
going
not
on
come up on
here.
our head
See what the Raiders
as a
come up
pass
with in the
interference,
final
we
seconds of
can't
the
call
game
it.
here.
Thank you. You're not a captain, so don't I am referees.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So the ball is in play, so it looks like it was ruled a successful
Down,
interception.
set, height.
So with 20 seconds left to go in the game, the Raiders are going to hike the ball from their 20, snipe rolling around, running, he's swimming, just keep swimming. He's still going, looking for a receiver deep. Throws it across the middle. It's got a couple of receivers, but it falls just outside of their reach. Yeah. That is going to stop the clock with
I'm alive.
eight
So.
seconds. So with 8 seconds left to go,
Just
the
watch.
field is
Not much
actually
to say,
saying,
man.
yeah.
Down, set, height.
Field is actually reporting 1st and 10, but it's actually 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. This looks like it's going to be the final play of the game. Everybody dropping back deep. The offensive line with nothing to do. Ball is up, and it is intercepted by Gunny, and that's going to bring us to the end of the game.
Good game,
Your final
Good game,
score,
Titans.
the Titans with a dominating performance,
Good game,
putting up
Titans.
42 points on the board. The final score for the Raiders
Appreciate
is
it,
7. Congratulations to both teams, both cheer squads. Congratulations to the Titans for continuing undefeated. FA, final thoughts on the game before we go to our sponsors? Oh yeah, we got to.
Yeah, I have no idea. Player of the game. Titans looking like a well-oiled machine at this point. Watching their games, looking like they're likely just going to dominate that side of the conferences. Throughout the rest of the season, I don't see anything changing. They're just going to continue just dominating everybody over there. Maybe by the end of the season, the Raiders can get things working and get things turned around. But from this particular showing, that may not be a future that is in store for them. Hopefully they can get things pulled together though and show that they can make a viable run at second place like everybody thought they would.
Yeah, the Titans really pulling away in that division, and for the Raiders, they've got a tough schedule here in the next couple weeks. This was just the first one. I believe they got Seahawks and Bucks as their next couple of games. So they're going to need to put in some work. They're going to have to kind of figure out what didn't work for them and make some adjustments going into that schedule. But not to take anything away from the Raiders. They're a great squad. They're finding their stride after kind of a rough beginning to the season personnel wise and changing with personnel at the QB spot. So they didn't perform well today, but this is by no means a defining game for their season. They're just going to have to kind of get together and rally around this and put together a successful game plan for the next couple weeks. For player of the game, I am actually going to go with Enric. Seemed like he was just
Yeah. I was
murdering.
gonna say that if I had to probably pick anybody that was out there, I'd say Enrique because he was stopping everything defensively that the Raiders are trying to do offensively.
Yeah. Yep, so I think
There you
that's
go.
going to be it. Yeah, so Enric Eros is the player of the game. So congratulations to Enric and to the Titans organization, who move up to 7-0. So we want to thank you all for attending the game. For those of you that are here live and for those of you who are in stream, thank you all very much for your support. Before we leave, I do want to tell you about a few more of our sponsors. Our sponsors do a great job helping us to make this league possible and bring these games to you. So we definitely want to show them love. I want to tell you about Love to Decorate, LTD. Love to Decorate is a bi-monthly home and garden magazine, a monthly event, and of course the LTD website where you can get all information relating to home and garden. We are the #1 resource for home and garden. We showcase all of the amazing home and garden talents, such as designers, photographers, and stylists. LTD is an Abby Choice winner for Best Home and Garden Website, so check them out at LTD. We want to tell you about vinyl. Vinyl is inspired by a messy combination of hipster, classic rock, and whimsical imaginings with a dash of geek mixed in. You will find high quality, 100% handmade original mesh clothing and accessories for women, men, as well as unisex designs. That is vinyl. Logolepsy. Logolepsy is a fascination or an obsession with words. Logolepsy is bringing your favorite quotes and song lyrics to SL in a new artistic way. Logolepsy also makes posters, flyers, and invitations for your next big event. That is Logolepsy. And finally, we want to tell you about VR Sporting Goods. VR Sporting Goods. From custom gloves to standard gloves, face paints, and more, VR Sporting Goods has football gear for your next big game in the UFL. That is VR Sporting Goods. So, please take the time and show some love to our sponsors. Go out and check all of their services and goods, and show them that we appreciate them supporting us here at the UFL. So, with that, that is going to bring us to an end of our broadcast. I want to thank Hefe
Yes, thank you, sir.
for joining. It's always great to work with you, brother. And I want to extend a special thanks to Tom, who jumped in last minute
Yes,
and
thank you,
made the
Tom.
stream possible.
Round of
So,
applause for Tom.
So you the real MVP, Tom. All right. So, oh God. All right, I take it back. Um, on that note, that's gonna bring us to an end to the broadcast. Again, thank you all for joining us. I'm Darian Humphreys. Good night and good luck.
I am Hefe. Good night, guys. Sorry, I was a little late there.